What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today I've got this beautiful 2022 Ram 1500 Limited Longhorn. If you guys enjoy these type of videos, please be sure to hit the subscribe button as we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. It'll mean a lot, and obviously it helps with the YouTube algorithm as well. And for those of you that are already subscribed, thank you. Now let's get into the different trim levels that you can get with the Ram 1500s. So you can get the Tradesman, BigHorn, Sport, Rebel, Laramie, Longhorn that you're looking at right now, or the Limited. And if you end up choosing either the Sport or the Rebel and you want to get the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 with the e-torque, it's going to require you to get the GT package with that engine spec. However, if you're looking to get the Laramie, you can still get the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 with the e-torque, but your GT package becomes optional and not required. And another thing to note, for 2022 on the Longhorns, there is no more 10th Anniversary Edition. You can now get the 10th Anniversary Edition with the Limiteds. And as for the standard safety features that come with the Longhorn, you're going to be getting the advanced brake assist, forward collision warning with active braking, park sense front and rear assist, and your rain brake support. But if you end up getting the Longhorn level 1 equipment group, you're gonna get a bunch more safety features, such as your adaptive cruise control with stop and go, surround view camera system, blind spot and cross path detection, parallel and perpendicular park assist, pedestrian emergency braking, lane departure warning, and lane keep assist. So now let's take a look at the Longhorn from the front. You can see that this has the body colored bumpers, and this is because it has the body colored bumper group. Otherwise, if you don't get this, you are going to get the chrome bumpers front and rear. And then of course on these you have your typical chrome grille, which just looks very nice with the body color bumpers. It just makes it stand out and pop even more. And of course you can't forget about these iconic Longhorn and the Limited lights, which are very unique and very stylish when it comes to these type of trucks. And all of your lights are LED lights, your headlights, your fog lights, and even in the rear. Also, you'll notice because this has the level 1 equipment group and a ton of safety features, you have a front facing camera right underneath the chrome Ram badging. And if you move further down, like I mentioned, this has the front and rear park assist sensors. So obviously you can see them here in the front, and you've also got these chrome tow hooks that do match with the rest of the truck, with the grille, the accents, and all of that stuff. And if you move up towards the hood, you can see that this is just a regular hood and not a sports performance hood. And that's because you cannot get a sports performance hood when it comes to the Longhorns. Now, if you go up into like the Limited, that has the option with the Night Edition that it comes with of getting the Sports Performance hood. Even though this does look nice as well with the lines and the curvatures, I personally would prefer a Sports Performance hood myself. And then also you've got your 1500 badging and then the e-torque badging right on the side of the hood. And if you take a look at the Longhorn from the side view, you can see it has a ton more chrome, not only in the front, but also from the side view as well. You've got your chrome side mirrors, which are power folding, and they do have also a turn signal built in, of course. Also, these side mirrors do have cameras built in, which I'll show you on the big screen inside. And then you've got your body color / chrome door handles as well, and these door handles are keyless entries. So you see the button there in the middle, all you have to do is press that to lock it, and then just have the key next to you, put your hand under the handle, and it unlocks for you. And here is what the key fob looks like for this truck. Very traditional to any other Ram 1500. You've got your lock, unlock button, you've got your tailgate release. You can also lower your truck because this has the air suspension, but you can't raise it from the key fob. You've got your remote start, panic button, and then on the back you do have the Ram Longhorn badging, which is really nice. You've also got your Ram Longhorn badging as well throughout the truck, inside and out. Now typically you will not get these beautiful 22-inch polished wheels if you do not choose the option. Otherwise you're just gonna get the standard 20-inch aluminum wheels. Now these ones, of course, as you can see, just look way better. Also on this truck that you're gonna get a part of the Longhorn level 1 equipment group is your power running boards. Typically, this truck will have a rear axle ratio of 3.21, but you can get the upgraded one of 3.92, which this truck has. Also, that comes with this truck as an added extra option that it got is the anti-spin differential rear axle, and then of course your 4-corner air suspension. Now, as we make our way to the rear of the Longhorn, like I was mentioning, you do also get your rear tail lights as LED lights, and then you have the red centerpiece as a sensor. Also, as an extra option that this truck has is the multifunctional tailgate, which is very, very convenient. And then of course you can see more of the chrome badging. You've got the Longhorn badging, the Ram head logo, and then the 4x4 badging all in chrome. Towards the bottom at the bumper, you can see you've also got your rear sensors for your park assist, and then you've got a hitch with this along with any of your plugs and stuff like that, which you'll need right there. And then you have your dual chrome exhaust tips. Because this truck has the multifunctional tailgate, you're gonna have your rear step right next to the left exhaust that pops out like that. Also new for the 2022 models, you can see underneath the handle of the tailgate, you have kind of like this light that illuminates. And I think this is really nice because at nighttime especially, it can shine down at your hitch. You can kind of see what you're doing and whatnot. So the first way that you can open up your tailgate is obviously the very traditional way that every other truck opens. And then in a second, I'll show you the other way. But looking at the bed, standard what you get on this truck is your spray and bed liner, which is very, very nice to have, of course. And then you also get standard LED bed lighting as well. Another upgraded option that this truck has is the bed utility group, which is gonna give you the 4 adjustable tie down hooks so you can slide them back and forth on those rails. And here is the other way that you can open up the rear tailgate. Again, you have a lot of different options, and it's very versatile to whatever your needs are, and you can have it open either way. Another great standard feature on the Longhorns is your rear power sliding window. Now, this is very convenient to have. Now, if we make our way inside of the truck at the rear, you can see when it comes to the Longhorns, they have very distinctive and very, very unique interior combinations. With this one, you've got the black and the browns. Of course, this looks very nice because you've got that brown leather along with the full black leather surrounding it. You've got that nice wood trim all along inside of the truck, which just makes it feel very, very premium. And right next to the door handle, you've kind of got this crocodile leather type thing going on, which just looks very unique. And then of course, just like any other Ram 1500, you've got some space in the middle section of the door. And then of course at the bottom as well, cup holder space and whatnot. And then you've got your speakers as well. Now this truck, because again, it has the level 1 equipment group, it has the 19 speaker Harman Kardon sound system. Otherwise, without the level 1 equipment group, you're only going to be getting the 9 Alpine speakers with a subwoofer. Even though that sounds nice, the Harman Kardon is just so much better. Now, as you take a look at this truck from the interior, you can just see these beautiful, beautiful leather seats. Now, you can only get this truck in this combination, so you're going to get the black/cattle tan interior, which is a very, very unique interior. It reminds me of the Texas cowboy style interior. Now, typically with the Longhorns, you only get the rear heated seats, but because with the level 1 Longhorn equipment group, these seats are also ventilated at the back. And you can see at the back, it also has your Longhorn badging and all of that etched into the seat, which just looks really nice. And if you go ahead and pull down the center handrest right here, not only does it have the 2 cup holders, but you also have some space to put small little items and stuff like that, which is very, very nice and convenient. And another cool feature with these rear seats, they do recline. So if you have passengers in the back that want to just lounge out and sleep, they can go ahead and actually recline the seats, which is very comfortable. And if you need more space in the cabin at the back, you can of course go ahead and lift up the seats and just have more room to put whatever you need to. If you don't want to use the bed for whatever reason, you have a ton of room inside at the back. Also, a standard feature on the Longhorns is your in-floor storage bins at the back. These are very, very convenient if you're putting things away and you want to just tuck them away in privacy, or if you want to use them for whatever reason, you have the storage bins at the back. As for the rear driver and passenger seats, you've got them full leather, and you've got more of that kind of like a crocodile pattern, whatever you want to call it. And then of course you've got your mat pockets, very unique to a Longhorn. You've got kind of like this buckle style thing going on, which really complements the whole truck and the look and feel and everything of it. As for the rear center console, not only do you have 2 extra cup holders, but you've got more of that nice wood finish. And then of course you've got your venting at the back, a little bit of space to put a phone or something. And then you've got your buttons for your cooling seats and your heated seats and USB ports. and a 115 volt plug as well. So a lot of stuff that you get at the back, which is very convenient. Now, as we make our way to the front driver's side, you can see the door, the layout, everything is exactly like the rear door that I've shown you. You've got the browns going on, you've got that nice wood trim, the crocodile theme going on, and then you've got space in the middle at the bottom as well. You've got kind of like a bigger cup holder area and just general space area. You've got 2 speakers in the front, of course, and then you've got your window controls. Like I mentioned, these mirrors are power folding, and then in the front for the driver's side, you've also got memory seats. And as for the front seats, they're exactly like the rear seats. Now, these are very, very comfortable. And again, you've got that nice limited Longhorn Edition little patch itched into the seat, which is very, very nice. And standard on the Longhorns, you do get in the front both heated and ventilated seats, which is really nice. Also, with the front 2 seats, they are power adjustable, which again, it's very convenient, especially for the passenger, for having a power adjustable seats. Typically, it would only be a driver's seat, but this one has both. And over at the bottom, nothing too fancy, just your foot pedals you've got going on. And right above that, you've got your electronic parking brake. And also, what's standard on the Longhorn, you do get your adjustable foot pedals, which is very convenient again. And then right next to that, you've got your hood latch release. Moving above that, you've got your lighting controls, you've got your front fog lights, and then of course your rear bed lighting and all of that stuff. And then next to that, you've got your dimmers and whatnot. As for your steering wheel, this is a manual adjustable steering wheel. Now, as you enter into the Longhorn, right in the front, you're gonna notice this whole dashboard is just covered in black and this nice material leather, along with your brown stitching that, you know, complements the whole interior of the truck. You've got speakers on both corners and in the center as well. They also say Harman Kardon, of course. And then this particular one, because it has the Longhorn level 1 equipment group, you are gonna get the heads-up display. In terms of your center gauge cluster, I like how the Longhorns have this kind of like a unique little touch on the tach-meter and the speed. You've got the nice imprinted designs as well, which is very, very unique. Other than that, everything else is pretty much identical to every other Ram 1500 and what you can do. In the center, of course, you've got different options and different settings that you can have in front of you that you can flick through. So it's very, very convenient, and it pretty much shows whatever you need to in front of you, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road or look at the 12-inch screen. It has it right in front of you at your fingertips. And as for this beautiful leather wrapped steering wheel, you've got the nice wood finish at the top and also at the bottom as well. So this is a very unique looking truck, and there's wood everywhere in it. On the steering wheel itself, to the left of it, you've got controls for your center gauge cluster, like I've shown you, and then your Bluetooth controls and whatnot. And to the right of the steering wheel, you've got controls for your cruise control, adaptive cruise control, and all of that good stuff. And then of course your gear limit selector as well. And at the back on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, you've got controls for your high beams, turn signals, windshield wipers, fluid, and all of that good stuff. And behind on the right side of the steering wheel, you've got your stop start button surrounded by that nice wood finish. Underneath that, you've got your gear knob, of course, and then of course your typical options for your 4-wheel drive auto, 2-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, and then near the bottom you do have your auto stop start button that you can turn on and off. Now if you move over to the center handrest in the front, you can see it's fully covered in leather, and again, more of kind of like that crocodile theme going on. But other than that, you've got your limited Longhorn Edition badging right there. Now, this does have 2 sections, so if you open up the first section, you have a decent amount of room to put whatever you need to, and then you also have a USB port inside if you want to have any of your electronics charging while they're tucked away. Now, if you go ahead and open up the second section, you are welcomed with a bunch of different measuring tools, especially if you're a carpenter. This is going to be your best friend. Other than that, in the center, you've got a ton of room that the Ram 1500s are known for, and the center section is movable, so it moves back and forth, so you have room in the back and at the front. And on the actual slider, you can see you've got more of that beautiful wood trim. But if you go ahead and open up both of those sections, in the first one, you've got a little bit of room to put small little things, and then in the front, of course, you've got your 2 cup holders. Now, if you move that slider back, and in the front, you'll notice at the bottom, you have another 115 volt plug. Now, if you move above that, you do have space to hold 2 phones, and then of course your wireless charging pad, which is a part of your Longhorn level 1 equipment group. Now, if you look above that, you've got a little bit more room to put a phone or whatever you need to. And then next to that, you've got more USB ports and then an aux cable as well. Now, if you move above that, you've got different little toggle switches that you can do different things with. So you've got your sensors for the front and rear that you can turn on and off. You've got your tow haul mode, you've got your traction control, and then you've got your 4-corner air suspension control. You can raise it, lower it, do whatever you need to. Next to that, you've got your trailer brake controller. Now, moving on to the massive 12-inch touchscreen. Now, this is the new Uconnect 5 system. So this is why it looks a little bit different. You can do a little bit more better things in this, and it's just more redefined, more responsive, and all of that good stuff. New for the Uconnect 5 system, you do have the My Pages section, which if you click that, you can add different sections and you can change the layout of the screen, which is really, really cool. Next to your homepage is your media section. This will obviously display your AM, FM, Sirius XM. Now, with the Uconnect 5, you do have Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto, wireless. Next to that, you've got your comfort settings. Here you can control your temperature, heating, and cooling, or you can use these side buttons that you see, the hard buttons, and physically touch them, or just use it off the touchscreen, which is very, very convenient. And on that, you can also do your heated seats, vented seats, and then your heated steering wheel. Next to that, you've got your full screen navigation, which is really, really cool and responsive. And then you have the option now of the 3D. Moving next to that, you've got your phone settings. If you do need to connect your phones and stuff like that, now you can activate 2 phones at a time, which is really good. Next to your phone settings, you've got your vehicle settings. Here you can control your rear view dimmable mirror, power side steps, and then you can see your vehicle cameras. So in the camera section, you've got different options that you can look at. For example, your surround view camera, which is going to give you a ton of different viewing points of your truck from the back, front, and all of that good stuff. You've also got cameras on both of the exterior mirrors, so you can see your left mirror, your right mirror, and all of that. And then of course you can have another option to go straight to your rear view camera. Also, you've got your auxiliary cameras and then also your trailer surround camera if you do have a trailer hooked up. And all of this is part of your Longhorn level 1 equipment group. Next to your vehicle settings, you've got your application settings. On here, you can do a bunch of different things, and the Uconnect 5 system now has Alexa built in. And the cool thing about the Uconnect 5 system is the bar that you see at the top, anything that is touchable will bring out a shortcut menu like you're looking at, which is very convenient if you quickly want to go into something. Right above that, you've got more buttons. You've got your lane departure and lane keep assist and all of that, and then your perpendicular and parallel parking assist. Above that, you've got more of that nice looking wood trim, and then a little bit of room to put small little items, and then another 12-volt adapter along with a nice bronze-ish type Ram logo. Moving above all of that, you've got your rear view dimmable mirror. Not only is it just a normal mirror, but it's also a rear view digital mirror, which is very, very cool. And moving further up, you've got a bunch of other controls up there. You've got your dome lighting, you've got your tailgate release at the back, you've got your assist, SOS buttons, you've got your sunroof controls, open, vent, and then you've got your shade controls, and then also your rear power sliding window controls. And yes, this truck does have the option of getting a dual panoramic sunroof, which just looks absolutely stunning in these trucks. Now, coming over to the passenger side, in the glove department, you do have a decent amount of room, just like any other Ram 1500. But if that does get full, you do have a secondary little compartment up top. So here you can see you have, a little bit more room to put, small little items and whatnot. But if you go ahead and close that, you've got this massive, massive wood trim with the Longhorn badging etched right in, which is really, really unique. Now, when it comes to what powers this Longhorn, you can actually get 3 different engine options. You can get the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 with fuel saver MDS. You can also get the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 with MDS and e-torque, which this truck has, or you can get the 3 liter V6 turbocharged diesel. Now, with this particular truck, you're going to be getting 395 horsepower with 410 foot-pound of torque, and your towing capacity is going to be about a little over 11,000 pounds. And here is the window sticker for this 2022 Ram 1500 Longhorn. As you can see on the left side, you've got your typical exterior color, engine, interior, and all of those options located there. Underneath that, you've got your standard equipment that comes with this truck. Below that, you've got your optional equipment, and you can see this truck has a ton of upgraded options. Like I mentioned, you've got the level 1 equipment group, bed utility group, body color bumpers, dual panoramic sunroof, multifunctional tailgate, and just a ton more options you can see. and then you've got your price at the bottom, of course. This is in Canadian pricing, and of course minus any dealer discounts or manufacturing discounts. And that's it for this amazing 2022 Ram 1500 Limited Longhorn. Like always, let me know in the comments down below, do you love this truck or do you hate it?